Alexa, Wikipedia Micronation.
A micronation, sometimes referred to as a model country or new country project, is an entity that claims to be an independent nation or state but is not recognized by world governments or major international organizations. Micronations are distinguished from imaginary countries and from other kinds of social groups by expressing a formal and persistent, even if unrecognized, claim of sovereignty over some physical territory. Micronations are also distinct from true secessionist movements. Micronations' activities are almost always trivial enough to be ignored rather than challenged by the established nations whose territory they claim. Several micronations have issued coins, flags, postage stamps, passports, medals, and other items. These items are rarely accepted outside of their own community but may be sold as novelties to help raise money or collected by enthusiasts. The earliest known micronations date from the beginning of the 19th century.
Alexa, Wikipedia Gravity Hill.
A gravity hill, also known as a magnetic hill, mystery hill, mystery spot or gravity road, is a place where the layout of the surrounding land produces an optical illusion, making a slight downhill slope appear to be an uphill slope. Thus, a car left out of gear will appear to be rolling uphill against gravity. There are hundreds of recognized gravity hills around the world. The slope of gravity hills is an optical illusion, although sites are often accompanied by claims that magnetic or supernatural forces are at work. The most important factor contributing to the illusion is a completely or mostly obstructed horizon. Without a horizon, it becomes difficult to judge the slope of a surface, as a reliable reference is missing.
Alexa, Wikipedia Magic Roundabout.
The Magic Roundabout in Swindon, England, was constructed in 1972 and consists of 5 mini roundabouts arranged around a 6th central, counterclockwise roundabout.
Alexa, Wikipedia 2 + 2 = 5.
The phrase 2 + 2 = 5 is a slogan used in many different forms of media, most notably in Part 1, Chapter 7 of George Orwell's book 1984. In the novel, it is used as an example of an obviously false dogma that one may be required to believe, similar to other obviously false slogans by the party in the novel. It is contrasted with the phrase 2 + 2 = 4, the obvious but politically inexpedient truth. Orwell's protagonist, Winston Smith, uses the phrase to wonder if the state might declare 2 + 2 = 5 as a fact. He ponders whether, if everybody believes it, does that make it true? The inter-party interrogator of thought criminals, O'Brien, says of the mathematically false statement that control over physical reality is unimportant, so long as one controls one's own perceptions to what the party wills, then any corporeal act is possible, in accordance with the principles of doublethink.
Alexa, Wikipedia January 0.
January 0 is an alternative name for December 31st.
Alexa, Wikipedia Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is a song from the 1964 Disney musical film Mary Poppins. The song was written by the Sherman Brothers, and sung by Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke. It also appears in the stage show version. Because Mary Poppins was a period piece set in 1910, songs that sounded similar to songs of the period were wanted. The movie version finished at number 36 in AFI's 100 Years, 100 Songs survey of top tunes in American cinema.
Alexa, Wikipedia There Are Known Knowns.
There are known knowns is a phrase from a response United States Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld gave to a question at a U.S. Department of Defense news briefing on February 12, 2002 about the lack of evidence linking the government of Iraq with the supply of weapons of mass destruction to terrorist groups. Rumsfeld stated, "Reports that say that something hasn't happened are always interesting to me, because as we know, there are known knowns. There are things we know we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say we know there are some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns, the ones we don't know. And if one looks throughout the history of our country and other free countries, it is the latter category that tend to be the difficult ones."
Alexa, Wikipedia Flat Earth.
The flat Earth model is an archaic conception of the Earth's shape as a plane or a disk. Many ancient cultures subscribed to a flat Earth cosmography. including Greece until the Classical period, the Bronze Age and Iron Age civilizations of the Near East until the Hellenistic period, India until the Gupta period, and China until the 17th century. That paradigm was also typically held in the aboriginal cultures of the Americas, and the notion of a flat earth domed by the firmament in the shape of an inverted bowl was common in pre-scientific societies. The idea of a spherical earth appeared in Greek philosophy with Pythagoras, although most pre-Socratics retained the flat earth model. Aristotle provided evidence for the spherical shape of the earth on empirical grounds by around 330 BC. Knowledge of the spherical earth gradually began to spread beyond the Hellenistic world from then on.
Alexa, Wikipedia chicken eyeglasses.
Chicken eyeglasses, also known as chicken specs, chicken goggles, generically as pickguards and under other names, were small eyeglasses made for chickens intended to prevent featherpecking and cannibalism.
Alexa, Wikipedia Waffle House Index.
The Waffle House Index is an informal metric used by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, to determine the effect of a storm and the likely scale of assistance required for disaster recovery. The measure is based on the reputation of the Waffle House restaurant chain for staying open during extreme weather and for reopening quickly, albeit sometimes with a limited menu, after very severe weather events such as tornadoes or hurricanes. The term was coined by FEMA Administrator Craig Fugate in May 2011, following the 2011 Joplin tornado. The two Waffle House restaurants in Joplin remain open after the EF5 multiple vortex tornado struck the city on May 22. According to Fugate, if you get there and the Waffle House is closed, that's really bad. That's when you go to work. The index has 3 levels, based on the extent of operations and service at the restaurant following a storm.
That's the 10 most unusual Wikipedia pages.
Thanks for watching. Please like our videos and subscribe.